Hey y'all, welcome back. So we're jumping right into this. This is Rishella's shell challenge. It's the New Year's shell. I've never done one of her shell challenges before. I've done a handful of Little Simsie's shell challenges and they're always so fun. Like it really is super cool to kind of push yourself and try something a little different. I would obviously never come up with this shape for a house. So having to work with it and see what comes together, is so much fun and challenging. So that's why it's a challenge, right? I have to say, roofing was a little intense. Actually, it really comes together in the end. It does have some like weird M arches if you look at it straight on. So just don't do that. I tried so many variations. I would go back and try it and nothing really worked to eliminate the like way that it looks like an M when you look at it straight on. That's fine. You know, sometimes you have to sacrifice something and I just went with it. I think that it looked really pretty, the roofing with the house, the roofing with the shell. I think it worked. Like I said, a little wonky, but please, there's houses out there in real life that have wonky roofs, wonky windows, wonky placements of X, Y, and Z. So I think we're fine with my little tiny minuscule wonky roof. I mean, you see it, the like arches up there, the little mountains. It's fine. It's really cute. I actually like it, except for like the middle part. I wish there was another archway right there, like another little arch, but there's not, and that's fine. I really do like the way the roof comes together though. So what my thought was for this house is immediately my mind went to rental. It's such a big house and I went house with it. I didn't immediately think like, oh, a community lot. I'd be really interesting to see what people come up with. I'm totally going to be there and watch the stream and see, you know, what other people do. It's so cool to kind of see how people's minds work, you know. My brain went this way and someone else is going to completely be the opposite, and that's just really cool. And really the point of these shells, I mean, it's a challenge, right? They're supposed to challenge you. Never would I ever create a house this shape. I mean, I think it's awesome. I wish my brain would come up with something this interesting. I guess I just need to start doing it myself and just put some squares down in boxes and build a random shell and go at it. But that's why these are so fun, because when I'm doing other builds, I already have a mindset of what things are going to look like. With this, you really have to go in and just live by their rules of not changing the walls and move on, move forward, push through. So like I said, rental spots upstairs, 4 bedrooms, 3 baths. One of the bedrooms has their own private bath upstairs, and then the other 2 bathrooms are shared between the other 3 tenants. However, they each have their own balcony, which I thought was a really cool thing. My idea for downstairs was that I wanted it to be a hangout shared space for everyone. So I wanted a really big kitchen. I wanted a big living room. And though the living room's not big, by using the sectional, it allows lots of space for people to come and sit and hang out, eat, whatever that looks like. There is not a kitchen like table or a dining room table in this house, only the 3 island spaces, but that was fine. I'm not worried about it. Sims do their own thing anyways. They'll probably go sit outside because there's patio space. Okay, when the backyard comes together, there's places for them to sit outside and eat, so they can go do that. Okay. Downstairs you'll see a master bedroom and then a child's bedroom. My lore, if you will, for this house is that there is this widowed mother of one who lives in this house, and maybe she bought it because her and her late husband were separating and she needed a house, or you know, they lived here together and then she remodeled and made her bedroom all pink. You know, that part of her story is a little unclear, but what is clear is that her husband died suddenly and mysteriously, and no one really knows what happened. No one's gonna blame those sweet little cow plants that live in her front yard. So while she's dealing with all these legal proceedings, having to go through and try and get her money, really her husband's money, from the will and all that, while there's these speculations of his death, she needed some extra cash flow. all the tenants live upstairs and her child have downstairs bedroom. And so she rents out the extra rooms for extra income during this very trying time she's going through. I left that room for the child real neutral in my opinion, so it can go either way. But I definitely gave this house a lot of bells and whistles, if you will. I wanted to make sure that it was a really cool space for everyone to be, hang out, and maybe be some good rental money. It is a pretty expensive house. I think it turns out to be like 183,000 simoleons, but it's got a lot to it. So downstairs, the mother has her own bathroom, and it is a nice big bathroom. It has balcony space as well as her bedroom. They both have doors leading out to her personal balcony, which was kind of a fun, very extravagant touch, in my personal opinion. And then the child has their own private bathroom, and then there's a half bath downstairs. Now, the half bath doesn't come along for a little bit because my mind was not there. And then I was like, oh, these poor tenants, they only are allowed to use bathrooms upstairs. They need a shared bathroom downstairs. So I go ahead and put like a little half bath somewhere they could, go to the bathroom, wash their hands, all that jazz. So we do that. I play around a lot with the backyard and how big / small I want it. It's a little small at this point, so I do make it bigger. I wanted to make landscaping really pretty and a touch feminine with lots of flowers and those beautiful ferns that are just giant. It really just kind of came together. I haven't used those ferns a whole lot, but I really like the way they look. Of course, I'm using that beautiful for rent stone. I love it. That patchwork with the grass kind of in between. I think it's so pretty. I moved the house over so I can start getting a bigger backyard. I wanted this really nice pool in it. We're thinking this woman had money. And so, of course, she's got like all the stuff, right? She's got a big fancy pool for her kid, and you'll see a tree house and a swing set. It just really all comes together. Finally getting a better layout of the backyard, and then I start pulling out things that I want to see. So obviously we're going to have a grill and places for everyone to come and sit and eat and hang out by the pool. And then I even put a little outdoor movie theater outside, as it implies, because it's an outdoor movie theater. Things will move around a little bit out here. This is really me just trying to get the lay of the land. I decided I really wanted that grill on a wall. It felt a little weird to have it kind of out in the open against like open railing, you know what I mean? So I move it around, I move the pool around, and it starts really coming together. I pull this really great lattice awning out, and I really love the effect it has, and I think it looks so gorgeous. I go ahead and add some outdoor lighting, so every balcony gets some lights. So of course, the person who's out there can go and sit and enjoy their evening out on their own balcony. And then what kind of place would this be if it didn't have twinkle lights? So, had to make it bigger so that there could be the right amount of twinkle lights on this house. Just adds a little something fun. I've got the movie theater out there. You've got the bar all set up with the patio chairs and tables. And it's really coming together out here. I originally thought about putting more twinkle lights on the little lattice work, but then I realized that I can put lights underneath it, like saucer lights. So that's what we do. When in doubt, turn to the saucers and use them well. I always go light crazy for the pool and add way too many. I know that that's an obscene amount of lights in a pool. No pool needs that many lights, but I give it that many lights. So hopping back inside, this is when I was like, oh, they could use a half bath downstairs. So this little square is their half bath that is a shared space for everyone. So to give you the layout of the land, you kind of walk in to this little opening, and I make it kind of a little walkway, like with a coat rack and a little shelving unit. And then you're straight into the kitchen, and then you kind of go off to the side. You have this really great big sectional couch. My thought is just that everyone's going to get together, hang out, sit, and really enjoy their shared space. Their bedrooms aren't the biggest, but they have patio spaces for their hobbies. And then downstairs they can go and watch TV. This family has a good amount of money. So of course this child has everything. So I go in and I build the treehouse. So it is fully built, fully upgraded with the slide and the pole and the lights and the bell. That treehouse has it all in the end. I just wait till the end to put it together. I just cheated my Sims needs for like 3 days straight and had them work on it and work on it and work on it. It was rough. It was a rough go. I mean, she was happy except for when it rained, which it rained a lot. And then of course I do a little swing set and monkey bars, really try to make it a very fun place that a kid would be just in absolute heaven. I put this little pond in front. I needed to take up that space. I didn't want to leave it bare, and I didn't want to put anything that was unnecessary. The pond may seem a little unnecessary to some people. My sister didn't quite understand why I put a pond in front, but that's okay. She doesn't have to get it. I really like the way it looks in the end. Just a little something extra. There's ponds in the surrounding area. We're in Newcrest. It works. I think it fits the vibe of the neighborhood. And then the cow plants come later at the very end. I did plant some little cow plant berries. They just take so long to grow, and I didn't want to keep cheating in my game and moving time and mess things up. So I went ahead and got some fully grown cow plants off the gallery. And that was just super helpful. It kind of took out the work of that. Even though little cow plant babies are absolutely adorable. Their little like heads sticking up above the ground. Absolutely cute. Not cute what they do, but cute to look at until they get older, I guess. Just getting a layout of the land, trying to decide what I like better. My color scheme's a little weird. So I go for this modern orangey red vibe, and then I add some purple in because the tile I choose is like a bluish purple with orange on it, and I think it works all together, but like out of context it looks a little weird. If you don't know that the kitchen has that tile, you're just like, why are your walls like a bluish purple? I don't know. So here's where I'm coming together and finding the tile, and I really love this base game tile. I think it's so pretty. I was trying to decide if I wanted to go with the white walls with this tile or go with that purple, and that color matches really well, honestly. There's a little bit of shadowing at the very top of the wallpaper with the tile on it, but I think it's so minuscule that if you don't notice it, you don't notice it. They were pretty much almost seamless. So right here, I'm just going to start going room by room and getting things together. This little half bath is super cute. Just gave it a little planty vibe, nothing crazy. And then I get into the kids' bedroom, and I decided I really wanted to keep it neutral. I wanted it to be a boy if you wanted it to be a boy, a girl if you wanted it to be a girl. So I'm picking up those cloud vibes. I absolutely love that bed. I think it's cute, and I think cloud, sky, like even the grass, and like it could all come together. I end up finding its matching desk and then found it as a lofted bed, which is really great because it's a small space. So now this child has a desk, a computer, and a bed lofted on top. Use the nice little bookshelf that has the whole outside scenery going on. Use those curtains. Like, it really comes together. When you decide you want to do clouds, like the game's like, yeah, here, we got clouds. We even have cloud ceiling paint, which I use, of course. I thought about using that green circle rug from high school years, but I didn't want to do the flowers just in case you wanted to be a little more masculine. I end up using these Snowy Escape rugs, which are supposed to be like rock gardens and stuff like that. It's fine. They're flat. They're rugs. So that's what I use it as. And then it really just comes together, if I'm honest. A little decal here on the wall to give that tree effect. Little cloud lights up in the sky. Little twinkle lights. I mean, this room's super cute, and definitely if you really wanted to, you could take the desk out, put another bed. If you had some twins or if you had 2 kids, whatever that looks like for your gameplay, they could easily share this room. Give them just the tiniest bit of clutter, so that way, you know, it feels a little lived in, of course. And then adding some plants, because, you know, you need some plants in your outside inside room. For the mother's bedroom, I wanted to go real pink and gold in here. It just felt like someone who's in their era, you know what I mean? She is single. She is not gonna let the legal battles and legal worries get to her. She has redone her bedroom in this pink and gold. and she's just living her best life, and who can blame her? Maybe the deceased husband, but whatever. Here is her giant bathroom. A little weird on the layout because it is like a little L shape. I wanted it to have a bathtub and a shower, but I wanted them to be separate. I didn't want it to be a bathtub shower combo. Her bathroom is a little more customized than everyone else, so it's pretty cookie cutter. The bathrooms in this house, they all have like the same sinks, the same mirrors, same toilets. But for her, we took it a step up. She got her bedroom remodeled. Why wouldn't she get her bathroom remodeled to fit all her needs? So we go with a lot of white, gold, and pink in this room, which I think works. Her bedroom is obviously pink and gold, so it all just flows really nicely together. I really love that little island living curtain, and it's such a pretty color. I put it in front of the door, and I do play test this, just so you know. So this part right here, at least, you can walk through those doors with the curtains placed on top of them. It does not stop your sim. She just kind of walks through it. And I thought that was really cool and really great. And I like the effect of the curtains on the door. It just adds a little something extra, because you would have curtains on your bathroom door. If you had a glass door from your bathroom leading outside, you would probably put something over it. Then we're just going in with all the pink and gold clutter just to make this bathroom all of her wishes come true. Getting back into her bedroom is a little bit of a work in progress, trying to decide what furniture works best. I really wanted to give her a desk. I wanted her to have the ability to use a computer without going into her child's room. And so I go through this long thing about trying to expand her bedroom and make it bigger. And I realized that I literally come back to the same bedroom shape, and all I have done is moved her door. I was like, why does that look weird? So I undo it and then redo it and then undo it. And finally I took pictures. I was like, it's the same layout, and all I did was move the door. It's fine. It's fine. I didn't want to give her just any desk. I wanted it to be smaller, but the one that I liked from the werewolf pack had too much of a classic feel. And so I give her this table with a chair in front of it and put her computer on it, and we tested it, and she will sit right there at that angled table and get on her computer. Love it. I'm super here for it. I think it's super cute. She also can use that mirror that I placed. It's a little behind the table, but she can fully use it to do whatever you need her to do in the mirror. We all place a little clutter on her side tables and just kind of bring this room to its max. It's super cute. So I decided to do the little curtain trick that I did in my vineyard and put those swoopy curtains kind of right in front of her door. Such a small little thing to do that adds a whole impact. So jumping in here, like I said, I wanted to keep this kid's bathroom real neutral, but still make it a kid's bathroom. And we're going to ignore that pole is poking in ever so slightly because it needed to be there. The pole had to be there. And I wasn't going to give away the twinkle lights. So we're just going to ignore that. But I decide Void Critter all the way. You can always go in and just change those swatches back to the kitty cat swatches if that's what your heart desires. Totally up to you. All right, finally putting some flooring down. Change the staircase to match the flooring. We're using horse ranch flooring, horse ranch fencing, and rails, and horse ranch staircase. They all match, and they're a really pretty wood color. So in this first bedroom, I kind of get the feel that she's into hobbies, she's into astrology. So I give her a knitting chair on her balcony with a little knitting bag, as well as a telescope. She's got a little built-in moment for her clothes. This guy is your muscle dude. He's got some trophies and some ribbons. He has a bicycle that sits out on his balcony, as well as a little chest bench press. I need to learn the name of whatever that's called, but has one of those things out on his balcony, and he's just kind of, a little masculine dude. This bedroom right here, she's maybe a little more regal. Oh, it's a punching bag. I didn't put a bench press back there. I put a punching bag. I put some diplomas on her wall. Maybe she's graduated college and high school and with honors and has all the things. And I give her a violin and a record player, and just maybe she just loves music. I also put a little chair and table out on her back patio, a yoga mat, and a meditation stool, and that was just kind of her vibes. If you kind of peek over into the green room, you have more like hippie, outdoorsy vibes. I gave that person lots of plants on their balcony. Like they're just coming out there, taking care of their plants and painting. And so I really love these Sims. They don't exist. They never do. But I think that their personalities are great. Because that's what it's all about. Their sweet little personalities. The hallway kind of stays bare. I don't really put a whole lot of effort into it. I really loved doing this shell. It was a lot of fun. It was very different, and it's always a really great way to stretch your mind and get a feel for something that you normally wouldn't do and let your creativity kind of run wild. I'm forever grateful that we get to do these. You know, they're a lot of fun. I'm just finishing up, doing last minute finishing touches. I'm going to get those cow plates in there, get rugs for everybody, do a little couple things to the wall, but I think it's time we go ahead and jump in and get a good idea of what this beautiful house looks like. I hope you like this build. If you do, you can get it off the gallery. The name is Cat X Thrash, just like the name here on YouTube. And if you like this video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and definitely come back for more. I hope you have a great night wherever you are. Bye, y'all!